This is an old, low-quality strainer that has become loose over the years. I'm going to replace it with the LK stainless steel drain with strainer basket. I will be following the instructions that are included on the back of the package. Start by cleaning out under the sink. Begin by removing the old drain strainer. Using channel locks, loosen the coupling nut and unthread it as seen here. Do the same with the nut that holds the tailpiece into the strainer body. This strainer has threaded hardware holding the pieces together. Remove and dismantle as seen here. This will free up the drain flange and the drain body from underneath. Next, remove the tailpiece from the P-trap. The sink is now ready to receive the new drain assembly. Unbox the new drain strainer and dismantle the pieces as seen here. Remove the slip joint nut, the tailpiece washer, the lock nut, the thick black gasket, and the thin gray gasket. Pay special attention to the order in which the items were removed. These will be in the same order when installing. The instructions include a helpful diagram. Next, dry fit the drain into place in order to figure the length needed for the tailpiece. As seen here, the old tailpiece is too short. A new tailpiece will need to be purchased and custom cut to the proper length. I purchased this tailpiece at the local hardware store. It comes with the tailpiece washer, and the coupling nut. Take the new tailpiece and position it relative to its counterparts. The tailpiece will need to be cut at a length where it fully telescopes into the P-trap. With a permanent marker, make a mark where the custom cut will be made. Cut using a hacksaw or a PVC cutter. Since the new drain came with a tailpiece washer, I will be using it instead of the one that came with the tailpiece. Next, gather the rest of the hardware for the tailpiece assembly. Here's how to assemble the tailpiece with its parts. First, load the tailpiece with a slip joint nut in this manner. Then, load the coupling nut as seen here. Next, slide on the slip joint washer with the taper facing down. Note, I recommend buying new slip joint washers instead of using the old one. Finally, set the tailpiece washer inside the tailpiece in this manner. The tailpiece can now be installed into the P-trap, as seen here. Next, clean the drain flange area of the sink, making sure it is free of debris. Now take the new drain strainer and turn it upside down, exposing the bottom of the flange. Then take some plumber's putty and roll it between your hands in this manner. Make a snake-like shape the thickness of a pencil. Make it long enough to go around the strainer body, and then place it on the flange in this manner. Next, install the strainer into the sink, centering it into the drain opening. Press into place, allowing the putty to squish out from underneath. Now, install the thin gray gasket onto the strainer body, followed by the thick black gasket. Hold into place as you thread on the lock nut. When tightening the nut, have another person stabilize the strainer in this manner, using standard pliers and channel lock pliers. Tighten the lock nut using a drain wrench. This was also purchased at the local hardware store. Next, hand tighten the slip joint nut onto the strainer, seating the slip washer into place. Hand tighten the coupler nut. Now, tighten each one using channel lock pliers. Be careful not to over-tighten and cause damage. Then wipe the excess putty from the flange. Finally, fill the sink with water and allow it to drain while checking for leaks underneath. With no leaks, the sink is now ready to use.